If you or someone nearby is experiencing an anaphylactic reaction, you need to use an Epi-Pen as soon as possible, and there isn't a lot of time to read the instructions first. So in this video, we'll learn the steps to use an Epi-Pen so that you're prepared if ever in this scenario. Hey everyone, my name is Dr. Graham Dersnah. Welcome to Bite Size Medicine, your go-to channel for short, easy to understand videos about the common medical topics that matter to you. If you're new, make sure to subscribe, get involved in the comments, and check out the description below for links and resources. Let's get started. In the previous video, we learned what happens in our body to cause an allergy and the symptoms, including the most severe reaction called anaphylaxis. Now we need to learn how to manage it while we wait for medical help to arrive, using a medication called epinephrine in a device called an Epi-Pen. Before we cover the steps to using an Epi-Pen, let's understand why epinephrine is used. The full name for an Epi-Pen is an epinephrine autoinjector. It's a device that injects a dose of epinephrine, which should help stabilize the person having the reaction long enough for medical help to arrive to take them to the hospital for further treatment. Epinephrine is used because it reduces the symptoms caused by histamine. As we previously learned, histamine narrows the tubes that lead to our lungs so it's harder to breathe, widens our blood vessels throughout our body, which lowers our blood pressure, leading to loss of consciousness, the edema or swelling of our eyelids, mouth and throat, and intestines, causing the abdominal pain, and the itchiness and hives. Epinephrine opposes each of these symptoms. It widens the tubes to our lungs to make it easier to breathe, narrows our blood vessels to increase our blood pressure, and reduces the swelling around our body. If you've never seen or used an Epi-Pen before, this is what it looks like. It has a blue side and an orange side. The orange side is where the needle comes out. To use an Epi-Pen, there are just two steps to follow. Blue to the sky, orange to the thigh. Blue to the sky means to grip the Epi-Pen with the blue side facing up and away from your body and to pull off the blue cap to activate it. Since this is a real Epi-Pen, I won't pull off the cap for the next step. Orange to the thigh means with one strong motion, push the Epi-Pen into the side of your mid-thigh until it clicks and hold it there for 3 seconds. You can even use an Epi-Pen through clothing, including thicker material like denim and leather. An important detail to remember is to never put your thumb on top of an Epi-Pen, because if you remove the blue cap and accidentally have it backwards with the orange side facing out and your thumb is on top, then when you push it into the thigh, the needle will inject into your thumb. This could lead you to lose your thumb because the epinephrine will narrow the blood vessels in your thumb and stop the blood supply. If this happens, immediately go to the hospital. After using the Epi-Pen, follow these 4 steps. First, call 911 or your country's number for an ambulance. Second, make sure the allergen is removed from the area so the person is not further exposed. Third, make sure the person is lying comfortably. And fourth, if help doesn't arrive in 5 to 15 minutes, their symptoms are still present, and they have another Epi-Pen, then use it. Hopefully, you'll never have to experience an anaphylactic reaction or use an Epi-Pen, but in case it happens, you now know what to do during that stressful time. Before you go, make sure to like, subscribe, and leave a comment. Let me know if you enjoyed the video, learned something new, have any questions, have a personal experience in this area that you'd like to share, or have ideas for a future video. Thanks for joining me, and I'll see you next time for another delicious bite of medicine.